Another major WWE star's contract is expiring soon. Plus, a top New Japan star could be facing early retirement, and multiple Backlash matches have been announced on Raw. It's all in the wrestling news right now. We've only just figured out what to do when the man comes around. What do we do when the man goes away?
I don't know, Tom. I don't like departures and feeling lonely and stuff like that.
I'm no good at departures. I'm not at airports. Becky Lynch got the wrestling world talking yesterday. Her profile has changed on Twitter. And are we easily triggered as folk when a profile picture changes and a banner changes and a name changes and away we go? Her blue tick has departed.
That's why we're so easily triggered. You work long and hard for that blue tick, unless you're one of these Twitter blue subscribers, you dirty messes. But you work long and hard for a legitimate blue tick, don't you, Tom?
I do.
So you don't let it go, do you? So the fact that Becky's let hers go is big news.
It's massive news. I'm clutching onto mine like it's my firstborn. I'm waiting for Elon Musk to take it away. Becky Lynch is now Rebecca Quinn on Twitter. A picture of Becky Lynch has been replaced by a Rebecca Quinn headshot. And she put on Twitter last night that she wouldn't be at Raw. And in fact, she wasn't at Raw last night. And potentially, there's a reason why she wasn't there, but there's a bigger story to that, isn't there, that Fightful found out?
There is, yeah. The initial story as to why she wasn't on last night's Raw just alone comes from Fightful Select, who are saying WWE sources had indicated that there are no issues to their knowledge between Becky Lynch and the WWE. She's dealing with a minor foot injury, which has been exacerbated recently by Trish Stratus.
Naughty Trish. We're told
Not really.
No. In the storyline world, that is the case. In the real world, Fightful Select were told that Becky Lynch has signed a brand new deal when she returned back in 2021, and that deal expires next year. So far, WWE sources have told Fightful Select that the two have not entered into serious negotiations for a new deal, and we know that Rebecca Quinn is keen to see what Hollywood has in store for her.
Yeah, she was slated to appear at the end of a Marvel movie at one point. Do you know which one?
I don't.
Great!
You'll know in the comments down there.
And she's also rep by Creative Artists Agency, one of the world's leading agencies. Nick Khan's involved somehow.
Well, he was.
Got his fingers in all the pies. I don't know why I did that with me.
I'm never going round to your house for dinner if that's fingers in pies. This is where Nick Khan came from. He was poached from CAA by WWE to become the Presidente of the world. Now, this all comes in the wake of the Drew McIntyre situation. Drew not expected back on WWE TV for at least a couple of weeks. And again, a Twitter blackout, changing of the profile and such for Drew. And again, a similar story of a contract that's up for renewal. Different here is that it's not a case of they haven't negotiated yet, but the two have, and they haven't met on a deal yet with Drew and WWE.
But there is still time. It's the wars of 2024 in the contract world of professional wrestling. MJF, Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, and I'm sure more to follow by the end of the year.
That's going to be the real draft, isn't it? When all these contracts come up and it's WWE and AEW, that's the real draft right there.
I'll tell you what, though, you think about Becky Lynch in the old acting. She was playing Cyndi Lauper not so long ago on Young Rock, wasn't she?
She certainly was.
You got to think maybe she's dipped her toe in there on a certain level, because it seems like quite a big level, that show, doesn't
She's
it?
popped up in a couple of TV shows, and I think that she's somebody that would like to make the transition over to do Hollywood flavoured things. As would Cody Rhodes, another one that we learned this week, is keen to see what Tinseltown can do for him. And I don't think this necessarily means he's leaving WWE anytime soon, but I'm sure that, with the massive changes that are going on in WWE with the merger, I'd imagine that you'd all be looking at other alternatives.
Just in case.
Yeah, I think you'd be foolish if you knew there were massive changes happening to an industry, that you wouldn't be looking around and saying, like, okay, where can I ply my trade next?
Yeah.
You'd be foolish not to. We'll keep you up to speed on the Becky Lynch thing. Thank you to Sean Fightful of rossap.com for the update on that one. A New Japan star in the news today as well. We're talking about the brilliant Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
And he's due back in action this weekend here in the UK. And he addressed his in-ring return and gave some bittersweet thoughts on his plans going forward, didn't he, Ross?
The good news was, he says, I got medically cleared 2 days ago, but it's a weird one. I've seen my physio now for about 5 weeks. I've got the range of motion back in my arm. I am medically cleared, but I still feel like there's a lot of weakness in my arm, which obviously is the sensible answer is to take a bit more time off. But over those last 48 hours, I've been reminiscing and thinking about my 11-year career. It's been incroyable.
And the one thing that has been constant, Will goes on to say, especially the last few years, is that the injuries have stacked up a lot more recently. It's because I'm getting older, because I'm getting heavier, because of the moveset that I started when I was 22 years old has kind of vanished and disappeared. And it's not out of choice. My body can't do it anymore. I can't perform a shooting star press safely anymore, so I've decided it's best to cut that out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I feel like I am deteriorating in front of everybody's eyes.
Oh, I don't know if this ride is going to be a long one. I don't think I'd reach this far in my career anyway. So I'm just going to enjoy myself and hope for the best. I'm going to have to change things up a lot, but I'm going to compete. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the best at my abilities to do this as much as I physically can. But I don't know how long this road is going to be. I hope you guys enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I think he has done a first ballot Hall of Famer, a guy like Will Ospreay. For a guy so young, he's already done everything.
I don't know what you even say about a guy like Will Ospreay.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he is.
Once in a lifetime performer is Will Ospreay. And what's nice here is that he's kind of having these conversations before it's too late to, if you see what I mean.
It's better he's saying it than someone else is going, Will, you didn't quite nail that shooting star press. It's probably safe that you take out your repertoire. He's realising what's going on. Because I remember that being a main criticism of his style, like way back in 2016 in the old WCPW days. People would always say that, like, oh, he's going to have to slow down a bit, this, that, and the other. And it's glad to see he's just seeing it himself. And you can, and the nice thing about wrestling is you can adapt what you do and slow down but not lose any of your momentum, if you will. My go-to with this all the time is Jushin Flippin' Liger, who used to go 100 miles an hour and then realised he was getting a bit old and a bit tired, and he went, I got a new finisher, just do that. Yeah. Brilliant. And it's not as if Ospreay's going to lose anything. I know the style will change and that might, not appease some fans, but he's a fantastic character wrestler as well. Yes. Like, especially as a heel. So when he might not be doing all the flips all the time, he can make up for that with character work and just being an arse, because he's a fantastic arse as well, Ospreay. He is a fantastic arse. We love your arse, Will. Yeah. His words, not mine. Did I stutter? Ronda flavored news. Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio says Ronda's still not cleared. They can't do the Rousey and Shayna Baszler thing, which was the plan. This is Dave referring to Ronda's desire to get into the tag division and hold the tag titles with Shayna Baszler. Part of the reason why she lost the women's title so abruptly last year was to gravitate over to the doubles. Yeah, and you got to wonder what the status of Shayna Baszler is, because we haven't really seen her since WrestleMania, where she finished that match without a boot, because I assume that her ankle swelled up because she injured it. Yes, very possibly. I forgot about that. I forgot she did that, didn't she? But we will hopefully see some movement on that in the coming weeks and months, because I think Ronda and Shayna Baszler as women's tag team champions is a great idea. Oh, the brothers of destruction, the sisters of destruction, the sisters of dismission. That sort of vibe though. When the brothers of destruction would walk down the ramp, you knew that stuff was going to happen. They have that similar vibe in the women's tag team ranks, I feel. Oh, nice. Can one of them come down on a bike? A little tricycle. Would be a lovely time had by all. We look to Backlash in Puerto Rico, which is coming up in a couple of weeks' time. 2 matches announced last night on Raw, wasn't there, Ross? Cody Rhodes called out Brock Lesnar. Adam Pearce was like, are you sure you want to do this, pal, down in the depths of Savannah? Are you sure you want to do this, pal? And Cody's like, yeah, come on, Brock. And then Brock comes out and he's dressed like the bastard Undertaker. I swear down. He's got the hat on. He's got a long sort of black trench coat on. It's very Undertaker, but if he was a cowboy. And then Cody's like, come on, and Brock's like, and Cody's like, come on, and Brock's like, and basically that match is going to happen in Puerto Rico, because Cody said, I grew up around cowboys, and you're not a cowboy, Brock, you're a coward. Oh, slammed. Thoughts on the Lesnar drip this week? I'm sure we'll go into more detail on the podcast this week, but I don't even know. I just wish he was naked underneath the trench coat and just went, hey! Just getting his Willy Wodger around, just, way! Go on, Cody! Or even doing the old Michael Scott, if he didn't want to get his actual touch off, just sticking his finger through his fly, just going, that would have got Cody Rhodes good and proper, so it would. I think Brock Lesnar's proven to be a nightmare for people that do creator wrestlers on WWE games. Got to update him again. You know why he's doing it, though? New action figure. Every single new outfit, more cash monies for the cows on the farm.
Have we got a Brock Lesnar figure yet with a tractor?
Probably not.
Because you're leaving money on the table, lads. I'm just saying. Also, last night it was announced we'll have a 6-man tag in Puerto Rico. It'll be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle taking on Solo Sikoa and the Usos of the Bloodline.
Yeah, I've not seen all of Raw last night, but interesting from last week's SmackDown, Riddle was like, "Ooh, it depends what happens in this thing we're doing on SmackDown last week. If Sami Zayn gets a little bit too oozy, is that still going on, Tom? Have you seen all of Raw yet?"
I think there's obviously a question mark over Riddle's obviously on board with them without a doubt, but how can they coexist still? And it's a bit of that. I like the bit with the Judgment Day helping the Bloodline and stuff like that, and Rhea Ripley clotheslining Kevin Owens, to which 10,000 people on Twitter just went, "Yes, please." Was I one of them? Well,
were you?
It's not for me to say.
We got Will Ospreay's juicy double in this video already, and our Rhea Ripley clothesline sends Tom off the deep end.
I'm a happily married man. There'll be more wrestling news throughout the day at Cultaholic.com. Stay safe.
Good morning, mother. Rhea Ripley, not my actual mum. She can't clothesline anybody.
I'll say good morning to your mum instead. Good morning to Ross's mum.
Not the first time, is it, Tom?
It's not, no.